If you want to learn something about God, shut your mouth and listen to me for a minute.
Many children healed. We've seen midgets grow. We've seen arms and legs that stop growing because the growth cells that stop. Mandada basata. I don't make this stuff up.
Behold, the atheist's nightmare.
That's the power of the Holy Ghost!
Why do they teach every other theory in science except creation?
Warlocks are enemies of God.
And no one's ever going to convince me that the Word of God is not true.
You know, if you put Jesus Christ first, that he'll look after all your bills.
And so the devil said, okay, it's a deal.
And if you want to tell me how to live my life, it better line up with the Word of God or shut your mouth.
I'm loaded. I'm pregnant with miracles.
What do you believe?
Send us the cash.
Welcome to the Bible Dumb Podcast. This is the podcast where two atheists read the Bible from Genesis to Revelation. I am Davey Hill.
I'm Jessie Hill.
All right, back to Judges, and we are excited because today we get to find out about a very famous story in the Bible, that of Samson.
Yeah, did you hear about the Olympian the rugby player who won? And when she got interviewed, they were like, oh, what does it feel to be an Olympian? She's like, well, in my free time, I really like to do Legos. So if Lego wants to sponsor me and send me some Legos, I'll do some Legos.
Smart.
Yeah.
That's smart.
I'd just like to say, me too.
Yeah,
Because
just in case.
Because I just found this whole sheet.
Oh, man, that looks
It
super
looks
fun.
like a lot of Legos, and Legos are expensive.
Oh, look at that Blastoise.
Although my current project, I found, it was like new, new or whatever they call it, on Amazon. It just wasn't in its original box, but everything was packaged, so I got it for cheaper.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. I don't feel comfortable accepting money for this podcast.
But if
we'll accept Legos.
if Lego wants to send me some Legos,
to create a PO box for Lego donations.
Well, the company Lego.
I did have a feeling that once you started doing Legos, like this might we'll have more Lego watchers than actual people interested in the Bible. I'm sure at some points it is way more interesting watching the Lego come together than listening to what the fuck I'm saying.
Any guesses?
Oh,
I
know.
Obvious.
I know what it is. What's something that I want? Who can sponsor me? I want stuff.
Nope.
All right, so Samson.
You'll get reading glasses at the end.
All right, finish the phrase. Yeah. Finish the phrase. Samson and...
Samson
and...
Goliath?
No, that's David and Goliath. All right. Hey there.
Delilah.
Yes,
Yeah.
Samson and Delilah.
That's right.
All right, we haven't met Delilah yet. I don't know who she is, but we're going to. This is going to be fun. All right, do we remember what happened last time? Who was the other hero? We met some other hero. Jephthah or something. What did he do? What did Jephthah do?
He won, and then he went and killed his daughter.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that guy's an asshole. I don't like him.
Not a good dad. He does not deserve a Father's Day present.
No, I don't like that. He gets no Legos for Father's Day.
No, absolutely not.
I think there's been a couple heroes we've liked. I liked the sneaky guy who pulled the Trojan horse.
What's that?
He stabbed the guy. He stabbed the king.
Yeah.
His dirt came out.
Yeah, oh, yeah. That was like the first one. Right?
Yeah, that was the first one. And then we had the woman who put the railroad... No, not the railroad. Still thinking of John Henry. She put the tent spike through the guy's head. gave him the drugged milk.
Yes.
There's that one. Then Abimelech, who was the bad guy, who got hit in the head with a rock, but didn't want to be seen as being killed by a woman.
Yes.
And then Jephthah. I think that's all of them.
I think so.
Oh, and Gideon. We forgot Gideon.
Oh.
Gideon, whatever.
I feel like everybody forgets Gideon.
Gideon's like one of the more famous names, I think.
Yeah, but we don't like him.
Okay, yeah, we don't like him. That story kind of sucked. All right, I think Samson's going to be awesome, though. All right, chapter 14. And Samson went down to Timnath and saw a woman in Timnath of the daughters of the Philistines. And he came up and told his father and his mother and said, I have seen a woman in Timnath of the daughters of the Philistines. Now therefore get her for me to wife. Dang.
Get her yourself.
He didn't even ask. He just Mom and Dad, fetch. Then his father and mother said unto him, Is there never a woman among the daughters of thy brethren, or among all my people, that thou goest to take a wife of the uncircumcised Philistines?
There we go with the uncircumcised again.
Yeah. They don't forget about it. It comes up constantly. And Samson said unto his father, Get her for me, for she pleaseth me well. But his father and his mother knew not that it was of the Lord that he sought an occasion against the Philistines. For at that time the Philistines had dominion over Israel. Then went Samson down, and his father and his mother, to Timnath, and came to the vineyards of Timnath, and behold, a young lion roared against them. And the Spirit of the Lord came mightily upon him, and he rent him as he would have rent a kid. And he had nothing in his hand, but he told not his father or his mother what he had done.
Okay, wait, what did he do?
Okay. So they go down to Timnath, and a lion roars at Samson.
Okay, I remember the lion. I remember a lion having to do with him.
And so Samson just ran over and killed him with his bare hands. As easily as he would a kid. But didn't bother to tell his father and mother. That's how much of a badass he is. This is just another day being Samson. Which, I'm not buying it.
Absolutely no. Did not happen.
I don't care. I've actually heard of a guy who, choked out a mountain lion and, killed it. It was attacking his friend. There was two bikers, going through, Oregon or something.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not Oregon. Somewhere. They were going through the wilderness, and a mountain lion attacked him. And when he attacked his friend, he jumped on him and actually, choked him out. With, a jiu-jitsu rear naked choke or something. And saved his friend.
Okay.
Awesome story. So I guess it's possible. It did say it was a young lion.
Killed a cub.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm still skeptical that it happened because, there are many and more scenarios in which the lion just rips the person to shreds.
I feel like he got a cub.
Yeah, probably. And he went down and talked with the woman, and she pleased Samson well. And after a time he returned to take her, and he turned aside to see the carcass of the lion. And behold, there was a swarm of bees and honey in the carcass of the lion. Okay. Don't they usually, have their hives in, trees?
Yeah.
Not in dead animals? All right. And he took thereof in his hands, and went on eating, and came to his father and mother, and he gave them, and they did eat. But he told them not that he had taken the honey out of the carcass of the lion.
I feel like...
Gross.
I feel like Samson's a liar.
I think so, too. But he's not lying, though.
Yeah.
Look, he's not telling anybody of the gross shit he's doing.
This was all made up after.
Yeah.
I don't know. Something weird is going on.
Something weird is definitely happening. So his father went down unto the woman, and Samson made there a feast, for so used the young men to do. And it came to pass, when they saw him, that they brought 30 companions to be with him. And Samson said unto them, I will now put forth a riddle unto you, if ye can certainly declare it me within the 7 days of the feast, and find it out, when I will give you 30 sheets and 30 change of garments. But if ye cannot declare it me, then shall ye give me 30 sheets and 30 change of garments. And they said unto him, Put forth thy riddle, that we may hear it. And he said unto them, Out of the eater came forth meat, and out of the strong came forth sweetness. And they could not in 3 days expound the riddle. What has in its pockets?
Yes.
That's what kind of riddle this is.
It is.
It's what have I got in my pocket? It's not a riddle.
No.
See, this is when he makes up the fact that he killed the lion and took the honey out of its carcass.
Uh-huh.
It's just like he's making up some stupid ass shit that nobody could ever guess.
Right.
And it came to pass on the 7th day that they said unto Samson's wife, Entice thy husband that he may declare unto us the riddle, lest we burn thee and thy father's house with fire. Have ye called us to take that we have? Is it not so? So he's like, tell us the answer, or we'll just fucking kill you. And Samson's wife wept before them and said, Thou dost but hate me, and lovest me not. Thou hast put forth a riddle unto the children of my people, and hast not told it me. And he said unto her, Behold, I have not told it my father nor my mother, and shall I tell it thee? And she wept before him the 7 days while their feast lasted. And it came to pass on the 7th day that he told her, because she lay sore upon him, and she told the riddle to the children of her people. Ooh, betrayed. You following?
Yeah.
So the people couldn't figure it out, so they went and pressured his wife, saying, Tell us, tell us, tell us. And she didn't know, so she went and bugged Samson and was like, Tell me, tell me, tell me. And he finally told her, after she wouldn't sleep with him for 7 days. That's my guess.
Yeah.
And then she ratted him out. Told the answer of his riddle. And the men of the city said unto him on the 7th day before the sun went down.
Bullshit.
What?
They said bullshit.
Yeah. What is sweeter than honey, and what is stronger than a lion? And he said unto them, If ye had not plowed with my heifer, ye had not found out my riddle. What?
What?
Is he calling his wife a heifer?
I don't know.
If ye had not plowed with my heifer, ye had not found out my riddle. All
Is
right.
it in...
Sounds like an idiom or something like, you
Does he
plowed
mean,
with
like,
my heifer.
You could have only... Did this happen in his yard? Did he keep the lion in his yard? Is he saying, like, only if you had been plowing in my yard
Oh, maybe, yeah.
would you have seen?
Yeah, that must be it.
Would you
He's
have
like,
found
you're on
it?
my property, yeah.
Maybe.
Trespassers.
Yeah.
And the Spirit of the Lord came upon him, and he went down to Ashkelon, and slew 30 men of them, and took their spoil, and gave change of garments unto them which expounded the riddle. And his anger was kindled, and he went up to his father's house. But Samson's wife was given to his companion, whom he had used as his friend. Okay, all those last 2 paragraphs were confusing. So, and the Spirit of the Lord came upon him, Just meaning like he got strong,
Yeah.
or he had God with him or whatever.
Yeah, some kind of bullshit like that.
Some kind of bullshit. And he went down to Ashkelon, and he slew 30 men of them and took their spoil and gave change of garments unto them which expounded the riddle. So were these people from Ashkelon to begin with?
I don't know.
No, they were from Timnath. So he just went and killed like 30 random people and took their clothes and gave it to the people who solved the riddle? This dude's an asshole. Okay,
Yeah.
Samson's not a great guy.
No.
All right, I thought he was going to be.
I did too, but we're quickly learning now.
Okay, so then he got mad. I guess that he had to do that. He lost the game and went up to his father's house. But Samson's wife was given to his companion, whom he had used as his friend. Does it just mean like she was sleeping with his friend?
Yes, what it sounds like.
Or given him, like, betrothed her to someone else? But she was already his wife, so I don't I
know.
guess I
Maybe-
guess
maybe
she was
they-
just sleeping
maybe
with
th-
his friend.
Maybe they thought, well, it sounded like she was, it sounded like it was like arranged, you know? So like maybe they thought he died.
Maybe.
And so they like
It's a weird time to end
Just
the chapter.
already remarried him.
Yeah. I guess so. I don't know why they would think he died.
Because he went and killed like a whole town.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it'll explain in chapter 15.
It won't.
But it came to pass within a while after, in the time of wheat harvest, that Samson visited his wife with a kid, and he said, I will go in to my wife into the chamber. But her father would not suffer him to go in. And her father said, I verily thought that thou hadst utterly hated her. Therefore I gave her to thy companion. It is not her younger sister fairer than she? Take her, I pray thee, instead of her.
I swear. This cannot be real.
It's real. It's so funny. They're just... So I guess his father-in-law... Okay, so this is what happened. He was going to go have a celebration sex with his wife. And the father-in-law's like, I married her off while you were away because I thought you hated her for telling your secret riddle.
No. Wasn't he trying to come, like, win her back with it said a kid.
Yeah, I brought her a kid.
He's trying to win her back.
Okay. They had a tiff. He's trying to make up with her about telling his secret.
Yeah.
He says, I thought you hated her, so I had her marry someone else. But here, take her little sister instead. She's fairer.
Oh, okay. He thought he hated her because she told the secret.
Yeah, I guess so.
I was like, why? Okay.
So he's just offering up his other daughter for no reason. I don't know.
Seems so extreme to jump to that.
Yeah. And Samson said concerning them, Now shall I be more blameless than the Philistines, though I do them a displeasure? And Samson went and caught 300 foxes, and took firebrands, and turned tail to tail, and put a firebrand in the midst between two tails.
I don't know.
What the hell? Why is he abusing these foxes?
I don't know.
Turn tail to tail and put a firebrand between the two tails. That sounds sounds gross. I don't know what he's doing. And when he had set the brands on fire, he let them go into the standing corn of the Philistines, and burnt up both the shocks and also the standing corn with the vineyards and olives. So he just put torches in the buttholes of these foxes and set them loose in the corn?
Is that what he did?
That's what it sounded like.
At least he burned up all the corn.
He like lit all their tails on fire and set them loose in the
Oh, he just yeah.
That's
what he did.
In the fields to burn their food.
He just like gathered them together, put their
Yeah.
That's psycho.
Samson is a psychopath. He's evil.
That's
This is like a step further than any of these other guys.
You do something like that nowadays, and you are definitely talking to the school counselor.
Well, I think he's a man now. I think he's a kid.
Well, I know, but still.
Yeah, you're in big trouble. You're going to be seeing the vice principal.
Yeah.
I mean, this is just terrible. Terrible animal abuse. Terrible reactions. Like, he's wild.
Mm-hmm.
Then the Philistines said, "Who hath done this?" And they answered...
Of course they did.
Yeah. And they answered, "Samson, the son-in-law of the Timnite, because he had taken his wife and given her to his companion. And the Philistines came up and burnt her and her father with fire."
No. Okay.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Okay.
Let's not hold him responsible.
But the
he could have made a different choice.
You think Samson's gonna be happy about this or not like this?
I mean, he's been wanting her back, so I don't think he's gonna be happy.
I don't know. And Samson said unto them, "Though ye have done this, yet will I be avenged of you, and after that I will cease." And he smote them hip and thigh with a great slaughter. And he went down and dwelt in the top of the rock Etam.
He went down and threw a fit.
Yeah. He smote them hip and thigh with a great slaughter. Hip and thigh.
I don't know what that means. So he got mad at the townspeople, and he, right?
Yeah.
He did that to them.
Killed them all.
Yeah.
Then the Philistines went up and pitched in Judah, and spread themselves in Lehi. And the men of Judah said, "Why are you come up against us?" And they answered, "To bind Samson are we come up, to do to him as he hath done to us." Then 3,000 men of Judah went to the top of the rock of Etam, and said to Samson, "Knowest thou not that the Philistines are rulers over us? What is this that thou hast done unto us?" And he said unto them, "As they did unto me, so have I done unto them." And he said unto him, "We are come down to bind thee, that we may deliver thee into the hand of the Philistines." And Samson said unto them, "Swear unto me that ye will not fall upon me yourselves." And they spake unto him, saying, "No, but we will bind thee fast, and deliver thee into their hand, but surely we will not kill thee." And they bound him with 2 new cords, and brought him up from the rock. And when he came unto Lehi, the Philistines shouted against him, and the Spirit of the Lord came mightily upon him. And the cords that were upon his arms became as flax that was burnt with fire, and his bands loosed from off his hands. So he just pulled like a Superman, breaking the chains. He's just like...
Mm-hmm.
And he found a new jawbone of an ass, and put forth his hand and took it, and slew 1,000 men therewith. So I've heard of the jawbone before, that was like his weapon, that Samson had a jawbone of an ass.
I don't think that's doing anything.
1,000 men is a lot of men to bonk on the head with a jawbone.
Yeah.
It just reminds me, have you ever seen that, it's like some Danish commercial or something where the guy just starts slapping everybody at a picnic, and they all just come up to him one at a time, and he just keeps slapping the next one over and over again. I'm picturing that's what's happening here. It's just like they're all attacking him single file, and he's just bonk, bonk.
Not seen this.
Okay. I think it went viral. I don't know. Thought maybe you had. And Samson said, with the jawbone of an ass, heaps upon heaps, with the jaw of an ass, have I slain 1,000 men. And it came to pass, when he had made an end of speaking, that he cast away the jawbone out of his hand, and called that place Ramath Lehi. And he was sore athirst, and called on the Lord, and said, Thou hast given this great deliverance into the hand of thy servant, and now shall I die for thirst, and fall into the hand of the uncircumcised? But God clave a hollow place that was in the jaw, and there came water thereout. And when he had drunk, his spirit came again, and he revived. Wherefore he called the name thereof In-hak Koreh, which is in Lehi unto this day. And he judged Israel in the days of the Philistines 20 years. Right, Samson.
Okay.
Good job. Killed everybody, got thirsty, got a drink. Moving on.
It's weird.
It's a weird story for sure. Chapter 16. Then went Samson to Gaza, and saw there a harlot, and went in unto her. And it was told that the Gazites, saying, Samson is come hither. And they compassed him in, and laid wait for him all night in the gate of the city, and were quiet all the night, saying, In the morning, when it is day, we shall kill him. And Samson lay till midnight, and arose at midnight, and took the doors of the gate of the city, and the 2 posts, and went away with them, bar and all, and put them upon his shoulders, and carried them up to the top of a hill that is before Hebron. Why?
I don't know.
He's like, I'm leaving and I'm taking the door with me. I don't know. It's like they said, we'll kill you the moment you walk out that door. And so he's like, fine. Carried it with him. And it came to pass afterward that he loved a woman in the valley of Sorek, whose name was Delilah.
Oh, there she is.
There she is. Why did it tell a story about him fucking a whore?
I don't know.
That was random. And the lords of the Philistines.
She's not the whore?
I don't think so. It says, and it came to pass afterward that he loved a woman in the valley of Sorek.
Are we sure that's not her? We sure that's not her?
Doesn't sound like her.
But they're like afterwards. The stories are. I don't know. We'll figure it out, I guess.
Because either he fell in love with her afterward, or he afterward met Delilah.
Yeah, I don't know which one is which.
I think this is a different person.
It could be that he like continually thinks of her.
Because it could have said he slept with a harlot named Delilah, like in the very beginning.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, we'll find out.
Yeah, hopefully. Maybe.
Stay tuned. The lords of the Philistines came up unto her, and said unto her, Entice him, and see wherein his great strength lieth, and by what means we may prevail against him, that we may bind him to afflict him. And we will give thee every one of us 1,100 pieces of silver. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
And Delilah said to Samson, Tell me, I pray thee, wherein thy great strength lieth, and wherewith thou mightest be bound to afflict thee.
Wait, Delilah's saying this?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Samson said unto her, If they bind me with 7 green withs that were never dried, then shall I be weak, and be as another man. I don't know what withs are. Withes.
You want me to look it up?
Withes? Yeah, look it up. I want to see how we take away Samson's strength.
How you spell it?
Withes. Withes. Or withs. Withs.
Is it like a willow branch, I guess?
Oh, willow branch.
Like a tough, flexible branch.
Okay. I see. That was worth it.
So what did he say?
He said, if you bound me up with withes, I shall be as another man. Then the lords of the Philistines brought up to her 7 green withes, which had not been dried, and she bound him with them. Now there were men lying await, abiding with her in the chamber. And she said unto him, The Philistines be upon thee, Samson. And he brake the withes, as a thread of tow is broken when it toucheth the fire.
I knew that was going to happen.
So his strength was not known. What? That he was
He's
gonna,
lying.
it was a trick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's lying and testing her.
Yeah. So now he knows Delilah's a traitor. And Delilah said unto Samson, Behold, thou hast mocked me and told me lies. Now tell me, I pray thee, wherewith thou mightest be bound.
Oh my gosh.
Why would he tell her again? Or why would she think he would tell her?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
Like, you're going to be in trouble if you don't tell me. You lied to me.
And he said unto her, If they bind me fast with new ropes that never were occupied, then shall I be weak, and be as another man. Delilah therefore took new ropes, and bound him therewith, and said unto him, The Philistines be upon thee, Samson. And there were liers in wait, abiding in the chamber, and he brake them off from his arms like a thread. And Delilah said unto Samson, Hitherto thou hast mocked me, and told me lies. Tell me wherewith thou mightest be bound. And he said unto her, If thou weavest the 7 locks of my head with the web. And she fastened it with the pin, and said unto him, The Philistines be upon thee, Samson. And he awakened out of his sleep, and went away with the pin of the beam and with the web. And she said unto him, How canst thou say I love thee, when thine heart is not with me? Thou hast mocked me these 3 times, and hast not told me wherein thy great strength lieth. How come you don't let me kill you?
This is really weird.
It's very weird. And it came to pass, when she pressed him daily with her words, and urged him so that his soul was vexed unto death. He's so fucking annoyed. He's like, fine, I'm just gonna fucking tell you, just kill me.
I want to die.
Then he told her all his heart, and said unto her, There hath not come a razor upon my head, for I have been a Nazarite unto God from my mother's womb, if I be shaven. Why said that weird? There hath not come a razor upon mine head, for I have been a Nazarite unto God from my mother's womb. If I be shaven, then my strength will go from me, and I shall become weak, and be like any other man. And when Delilah saw that he had told her all his heart, she sent and called for the lords of the Philistines, saying, Come up this once, for he hath showed me all his heart. Then the lords of the Philistines came up unto her, and brought money in their hand. And she made him sleep upon her knees. And she called for a man, and she caused him to shave off the 7 locks of his head. And she began to afflict him, and his strength went from him. And she said, The Philistines be upon thee, Samson. And he awoke out of sleep, and said, I will go out as at other times before. and shake myself. And he wist not that the Lord was departed from him.
Oh no.
I know. The Lord only loves you if you have 7 awesome dreadlocks. But the Philistines...
This is not a healthy relationship.
No, not at all. There's not a... Okay, we'll finish the story, but there are no morals readily apparent to this fairy tale.
Not so far.
I don't really understand what's happening with this. But the Philistines took him, and put out his eyes, and brought him down to Gaza, and bound him with fetters of brass, and he did grind in the prison house. Dang. That's pretty rough.
Yeah.
Howbeit the hair of his head began to grow again after he was shaven. Uh-oh. Gonna have like a very strong blind man. Then the lords of the Philistines gathered them together for to offer a great sacrifice unto Dagon their god, and to rejoice. For they said, Our God hath delivered Samson our enemy into our hand. And when the people saw him, they praised their God, for they said, Our God hath delivered into our hands our enemy, and the destroyer of our country, which slew many of us. And it came to pass, when their hearts were merry, that they said, Call for Samson, that he may make us sport. And they called for Samson out of the prison house, and he made them sport. And they set him between the pillars. And Samson said unto the lad that held him by the hand, Suffer me, that I may feel the pillars whereupon the house standeth, that I may lean upon them. Now the house was full of men and women, and all the lords of the Philistines were there. And there were upon the roof about 3,000 men and women. And behold, while Samson made sport. And Samson, what does it mean made sport?
That's what I was wondering. Like, is he putting on a show for them? Like, is he gonna have to fight? Like,
yeah, it's like in the
like...
Old West where they like shoot the floor by your feet. Like, dance, boy. Samson's like...
I was thinking more of like Colosseum.
Yeah, like a gladiator
type
thing. I like my idea better.
I think I do too.
And Samson called unto the Lord and said, O Lord God, remember me, I pray thee, and strengthen me. I pray thee only this once, O God, that I may be at once avenged of the Philistines for my 2 eyes. And Samson took hold of the 2 middle pillars upon which the house stood, and on which it was borne up, of the one with his right hand, and of the other with his left. And Samson said, Let me die with the Philistines. And he bowed himself with all his might, and the house fell upon the lords, and upon all the people that were therein. So the dead which he slew at his death were more than they which he slew in his life. Oh, that's kind of a cool quote.
Yeah.
Then his brethren and all the house of his father came down and took him, and brought him up, and buried him between Zorah and Eshtaol, in the burying place of Manoah his father. And he judged Israel 20 years. Wow. The story of Samson. All I ever remember anybody saying about this story was that he got his hair cut off and then lost his power. And I think I remember images of him like pushing the pillars. Like,
I don't think I remember anything about that. I just remember the hair.
Yeah. Well, interesting. What did we get from the story of Samson?
I don't know.
Valuable lessons. Okay, let's see if we can summarize it.
Is there a valuable lesson to this?
Well, it started with him. So he he killed the lion and had the bees, and the story was about him telling a riddle to the people, being betrayed by the lady. This story is about, this is another Adam and Eve story where women are just untrustworthy.
Yeah.
So his first person told on him, then Delilah told on him, or like told the people his weakness. He gave them their secrets, and she told his secrets. So I guess it's saying like don't give your secrets to your spouse.
Don't trust a lady.
Don't trust a lady. They'll tell on you. But then he killed a bunch of people. They poked out his eyeballs, but he got the last laugh. And killed more in this one act during his death than he killed his entire life, which was a lot.
Why did it say in his death?
Because he committed suicide. He was standing underneath the pillars, and he crashed the house down.
But he wasn't dead until he did that.
Well, I think it means like he killed more in the act of his death.
Okay, sure.
Than he did all the rest of his life. It's just trying to be poetic. You know?
It is. It's fine.
Just a cool turn of phrase to describe a very disturbing story. I never knew he got his eyes poked out either.
Yeah, that was surprising.
It's a new detail. I'll have to look up. I bet there's some cool like Renaissance paintings of this. Of him pushing the pillars with like blood seeping out of his eyeballs. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be metal. All right. So that was the end of chapter 16. The end of the Samson story. And then
It's kind of was a weird place. I guess we're getting heroes.
Yeah, we're getting like...
And so this is part of Judges. So what made this part of Judges?
He was a judge. Like that's what they're calling these people, these leaders, or these heroes. They're the judges of Israel. Like Judge Dredd.
Okay.
You know who Judge Dredd is? It's like an old comic book character. They made some movies about it. He was like judge, jury, and executioner. And he would like go out and like, you know, he was like an anti-hero type person. He'd go kill the bad guys. Like the Punisher. And that's what these guys basically are. They're like, they get taken over and then like one guy's like, I've had enough. He goes and wins them back. But these stories are getting kind of off track. Well, I mean, I guess he killed all the Philistines, so now they're back to being Israel again.
Yeah, but like, is he... I feel like weren't the first couple stories like they kind of like, they were laying judgment on other people's behaviors, or...
No, I didn't really catch that. Like, when they said they were judges, I think that's just like the title of like, they're the leader.
Okay.
And they're like the special person. Like, I've kind of just seen it as like they're the boss or the hero that they're talking about.
Okay. But what's he being a hero of?
Israel. He killed the Philistines that were ruling them.
Okay.
That's what I think.
Sure.
They said they gotten taken over by the Philistines. It's like each story they get taken over by like a different surrounding country or tribe. And then the hero kills their leader in a gruesome way. But I mean, pretty cool details though. Like it's way better than anything that's come before as far as like
definitely, yeah.
entertainment.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah. So we've probably only got a couple left because we just finished chapter 16 and there's 21 chapters in Judges. So probably like one or two more. Let's see. Yeah, I'd say probably 2 more episodes. And then we're on to the book of Ruth.
Nice.
I think the book of Ruth is just going to be 1 episode. It's pretty short. That's interesting.
I've heard of her.
I've heard of people named Ruth. Ooh. All right, who will it be? Leave it in the comments below. All right. Stay dumb, everybody.
dumb.
Bye.